Hello my darlings, it's so nice to have you back here in my kitchen. Guys, I've been giving videos back to back. When I tell you back to back, we've literally been giving the content back to back. On today's menu, we have my highly requested lasagna recipe. You guys have asked for this forever, so here it is. Okay, the recipe is super simple, super yummy. It's one of those things that you can literally make with your eyes closed. Hello my darlings, it's so nice to have you back here in my kitchen. We're jumping straight into this lasagna recipe. So I've got my pot, I added some oil, let it heat up for about 2 to 3 minutes. Then I'm gonna go ahead and brown my ground beef, and once it's all browned, I'm gonna go in with about a heaping tablespoon or 2 of my homemade green seasoning. This recipe can be found on my channel. Click the link down below in the description box, it will take you straight to the recipe for my delicious green seasoning. I'm now gonna go ahead and mix it in well. And once it's fully incorporated, I'm gonna go ahead with 3 cloves of garlic as well as a generous piece of ginger and a can of chopped tomatoes. Blend it up in my blender, and then I'm gonna go ahead and pour it in. Once the sauce has been poured in, we're gonna go ahead and season it up. So I'm gonna start by adding a generous amount of salt, some of my Spice Jamaica Reggae Blend seasoning. I've been using this so much. I'm now going in with some smoked paprika, a little bit of garlic pepper. I'm gonna go ahead and mix that in well, and then I added about a cup of water to the blender that I blended the tomatoes and stuff in, and then I'm gonna go ahead and pour it in. Let's not forget a little bit of sugar just to balance the acidity, and then we're gonna go ahead and cover this up and let it cook on low for about an hour or so. About halfway into the cook time, I went ahead with some water and I added some salt. Allow it to heat up, come up to a boil, and I'm going to use this lasagna sheets. I'm going to use about 9 sheets because I'm aiming for 3 layers, and then we're going to cook it according to package instructions. So as it starts to soften, it's going to boil down, and after about 10-11 minutes or so, you want to go ahead and drain it off and then just rinse it under some cool water just so that the sheets do not stick to each other. Onto the white sauce, I'm going in with a heaping tablespoon of butter. Allow it to melt, and then I'm going to go in with some flour, and then you want to whisk that in until you have a beautiful roux like this. Then you want to go in with your whole milk, and then you want to whisk that in gradually, and as you whisk it in, it's going to start to thicken. Don't add too much at a time because I find it can get watery really quick, but if you just whisk it in gradually like this, you will come up with a smooth and creamy white sauce. So to season up my white sauce, I went in with a little salt, a little garlic pepper, and then I'm gonna go ahead and grate some fresh nutmeg in this. Now, if your sauce gets a bit too thick, you can go ahead and add a splash more of milk in there just to loosen it up a little bit. I don't want to make too much of the sauce, so I'm keeping my eye on this. The heat is on low. Add your nutmeg in, and then you want to just add a little bit more milk. Let it go for about a minute or 2 more, and this is your sauce all ready to go. Now that my ingredients are all prepped, I'm gonna go ahead and layer this up. My oven has already been preheated to 200 degrees Celsius. I'm gonna start by adding a little of the meat sauce, some of the white sauce, a little bit of the cheese, and then I'm gonna go in with the sheets, about 3 sheets on the bottom. I'm gonna repeat the process until my tray is full, and then once it's all full, I'm gonna go ahead and top it with more cheese and some fresh parsley, and then we're gonna cover it with some foil to bake for about 30 minutes. After baking for about 30 minutes, I left it uncovered for another 5 minutes, and yes darlings, I topped it with some fresh parsley, and do you see how amazing this looks? It came out so beautiful. I let it rest for about 10 minutes or so before serving it up because oh my goodness, you wanted all the flavors to really sink in and marry each other. And yes my darlings, I'm gonna go ahead and just slice it up, okay, because it's dinner time. You can serve this with some veg, you can serve it as is, but listen, store-bought lasagna has nothing on this, and when you try it, the ginger in this is gonna take it up a level. Oh my goodness, how amazing this came out. I really hope you enjoy the recipe. Please try it sometime and let me know what you think about it. It has been a pleasure having you here in my kitchen, and I cannot wait to see you again in my next one. Don't forget to purchase my new cookbook, Bon Manger. Bon Manger translates to good food in St. Lucian Creole, and this cookbook is basically a little taste of St. Lucian and Caribbean cuisine. It's packed with recipes. Packed, I mean 50 plus. We've got all these lovely recipes. Gorgeous. And it's literally only $24.99. You can click the link down below in the description box if you'd like to purchase my book. And guys, once again, thank you so much for all of your support, to all of you who've been purchasing my book, to all of you who have it already. Honestly, I'm so grateful. Thank you so much for watching, and I can't wait to see you in my next video.